So, welcome guys. Welcome to episode 7 of Heroes of Phandalin. We are now live on Twitch and recorded for YouTube. We're gonna pick up where we left off. But once again, let's start with a recap. Our adventurers left from Neverwinter in search of or rather on a quest to transport a supply wagon from Neverwinter to Phandalin, and were ambushed on the road and discovered that their benefactor was also ambushed previously by the same tribe of goblins. And after rescuing one of their benefactor's allies, Sildar, they were unable to locate at the time Gundren, who was captured and transported to Cragmaw Castle. After gearing up at Phandalin, our party searched for Gundren north of Phandalin within the Neverwinter Wood, and we find ourselves within Cragmaw Castle several days later, finally with a raid on Cragmaw in order to liberate Gundren Rockseeker from the Cragmaw tribe. Recently, with the aid of a goblin named Franz, our adventurers were able to sneak in undetected into the castle and make their way to King Gruul's private chambers. In doing so, they ambushed Gruul and a doppelganger disguised as a drow, killing both eventually, and now find themselves in a bit of a predicament, split off from some of their allies, and now still deep in the castle. We pick up with our adventurers trying to either escape, continue fighting. Regardless, let us continue with Heroes of Phandalin, episode 7. You guys have not, though a week has passed since we played, there hasn't been a moment really that has passed since Hazin has viciously and repeatedly slashed through King Gruul's torso, his abdomen, cutting through his chin and creating basically this pool of blood pouring down into the ground. And as Gruul fell, a mist of blood was held aloft and then siphoned into Vondel. When that happened, the turn to the remaining combatants in the hallway is where we leave off. Hazin, you've immediately just cut through Gruul, and you look over towards Vondel, and there are no combatants within Gruul's private chambers at the moment, and you have, I will say, a brief moment if you want to relay any information. You have already used your action and bonus action, so if there's anything you want to finish your turn off with, you can do that.
Can we get on the combat map?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not actually on the map either.
Combat map and also the turn order.
Yes, sir.
Remind me. Apollyon ran in before this, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Apollyon, the world went dark for seconds, and then Apollyon is in the room.
Oh, that's right. So for
notice
us, he kind of just like teleported in, right? We didn't really
He just
see.
came in when the lights came back on.
I'm gonna put this like here. So you guys should be on the map. You guys should see the turn order.
Yep.
Let me put that up for the stream as well. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. We just started.
And my AC is currently 19. Vondel, you still have my inspiration on you. Other than that, so I'm just gonna look over at Apollyon ragged. Just be like, where did you come from? Where are the others?
Kazuto, I saw him get peppered by arrows.
Do you guys
I
still
don't
see
know
the
what happened.
turn order if I put it over here? Or no?
What do you mean over where?
Yeah, mine didn't move.
Is it on the left hand side or?
Yeah, mine is currently on the left-hand side underneath the toolbar.
You individually
I
can
have mine
move
set up,
that.
Oh, you guys can
Yeah.
see it on
Yeah.
your own. Or okay,
Yeah.
never mind then. I just wanted to move it because it was in the way of the stream, being able to see stuff. All right, continue. Sorry about that. So, you have about 6 seconds to relay anything, Hazin. What would you like to do?
I'm trying to remember. Did I move?
No,
No,
still
you
have
haven't
movement.
moved from that corner.
You have not.
Okay.
It's been a rough minute for you.
Okay. Yeah. It's, Alton, Apollyon, that door is that a way out?
That's pretty much as you can get out. With that,
I'm,
is there any
I'm gonna-
movement you want to try?
Yeah, I'm gonna move. Snarl is on a desk, right?
Snarl is on a wooden table, collapsed, bleeding, very, not heavily, but like the drips are still going through to the ground, the stone floor of the keep.
Okay. So I'm gonna move. Let me just move him over there. Is this a standable spot?
So that's Gundren.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Gundren.
That this is a standable spot where I am right now, though.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna move here, and then I'm gonna start preparing to start dragging Gundren up there,
Okay.
and that's it.
Sounds good. As we move on, we go to Apollyon's turn. To set a little bit more, they are in the currently the private chambers of King Garul. They snuck in. They were able to get a good amount of rounds in before the castle was alerted. However, we are in alert status, and that's where we're picking up. So Apollyon, Hazin relays that to you, and then he moves over to Gundren. Hazin, you see Gundren still unconscious, with a couple of needles sticking into the side of his throat, and one in his ass.
Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna move over here next to Hazin, and is it an action or like a free action to give him what do you call it, the potion?
To actually have him sip it, or just give it to him?
Just to give it to him.
To give it to him, I would allow that to be a free action.
Okay, so I'm gonna hand Hazin the potion.
Okay.
And just to reply to what he said, I'm just gonna tell him. Hazin, are you talking about the door that was like left where I was?
So, whether or not we count that first conversation, 50-50, but the door is probably my main focus right now. So go with that being the more prudent conversation.
Okay.
Like I have fallen at one point. I have barely any stamina left for anything. I'm not really questioning a lot of like where did Apollyon come from, even though it hit me in the spur of the moment type deal.
Yeah, he rushes over. He hands
What
you
is that,
the healing potion.
Thank you. What is that healing potion, by the way?
I don't.
I'm just gonna queue up the roll for because I'm using
I
it
would
literally.
believe
Plus
that.
two.
Yeah, I believe it's the cure wounds one that Alton provided.
And that's what, a d6?
It's
would be a
1d8 plus 2.
Yeah,
Yes.
1d8 plus 2.
Do remember that you have to take it on your turn.
I know. I'm queuing up the dice because I didn't want to add it to inventory when I'm literally gonna use it in like 2 minutes. So
Make sense? So Apollyon, you hand over. You still got about 5. You still got 15 feet of movement. If you want to try anything else.
I give him a little tap on the shoulder as a thank you.
And I'm gonna reply to him saying, I didn't come from that door. I came from the one where the hobgoblin is at. If we go through there, it's 50-50.
How did you... It's fine. Go.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna hold my turn for now.
Okay.
I don't have anything else.
All right. Sounds good. With that, we end this round. We are at the top. Gruul has been slain, so we will remove him from the turn order.
He congeals a bit more on his turn.
You guys taking a moment to see Gruul, you see just a lacerated visage of what was the king of the Cragmaw tribe. And with that, Vondel, it is your turn.
Shield in my right hand, rapier in my left. It begins to glow green again, and I will snap out a green flame blade at the hobgoblin.
Okay. Why don't you give me that attack? Wow.
Nice.
Great way to start.
That's improbable for Vondel, but I
No,
will
that's-
take that.
That's perfect. Go ahead and roll that damage. You see,
So the hobgoblin takes 14, and the goblin behind him takes the 4.
okay, why don't you walk me through it? You see him with this blade almost stuck into a loose part of the stonework and trying to remove it from his failed swings.
Okay, for anyone who has played the recent Soul Calibur 6, Raphael doing a big wind back, just shield against the rapier, just to scrape the flame onto it, and then just pierces through the chest of the hobgoblin, and the force of the flames then juts out the back and strikes the goblin behind it.
Okay. So you see as it pours over and just splashes over the hobgoblin's armor, cutting through and leaping on and just splashing on the goblin behind him. It smacks into its chest area and it falls prone to the ground and starts reeling about in pain. So this hobgoblin mark as deceased. Nice there. So you still have anything else you want to try?
You started cutting out there, but
Oh, sorry. I was
I'm
just
just
asking
gonna-
if there's anything else you want to try.
yes. So I quickly just yell out, "Get Gundren up! Where is Kazuto?" And I will take the hobgoblin's position.
Okay.
Um,
Let me just remove him so that way there's no confusion.
appreciate that.
Well, is there still time to reply, or should I just do that next turn?
I'd give you a quick reply. Nothing.
Kazuto was taken by the goblins, from what I can understand. He got peppered by arrows.
I will find him, but get Gundren up.
Okay.
I weakly nod in approval.
Okay. With that, that's Vondel's turn. Alton, $2. It's your go. I would say for now you've gotten over the fear of the situation, as seeing Gruul defeated has given a bit of reprieve to you. So what would you like to do, Alton?
I'm gonna run over to this side of Gundren and give him a dose.
All right. Pop him.
For one.
You see, you try not to allow anyone to see, but you see that he has a few other needles sticking in various parts of him. He seems to be
Pull
drooling.
those out real quick.
Those monsters, what did they do to him?
You see him drooling about as you're trying to get this potion in his mouth. And it does bring him to 1 hit point, and he is now conscious. You see him wake from his daze. The dwarven heft, the beard, very messy. You try to like give him a little pickup, but he's about like 140 pounds easy, and he looks up at you with a groggy face and says, "Oh, what? Where are my brothers?" And then that's as much as he gets out, as he doesn't return to unconsciousness, but he seems to be fading in and out. Anything else you want to try?
Just gonna get you out of here, buddy. Just gonna get you out of here.
He nods in acknowledgement. So you want to try anything else,
Yeah.
Alton? Good.
Nope, I'm out of movement, so yeah, I'm good.
All right, cool. So with that, we got Gundren up. It is Kazuto's turn. However, he is still unconscious. Hazin, it is your go, but I forgot that the goblins also have an initiative of 11. So let me add that back in. So Hazin, it is your turn again.
Okay, so I'm gonna drink that potion.
Ooh,
Sweet.
that was
Okay.
one of the good ones.
Awesome.
Right,
So
so I'm
is-
at 11. So,
Nice.
but I also lost my my +4, so my armor class is back down.
Yes, sir.
Right, and then that was an action, or was that a bonus?
I consider them bonus actions to apply them to yourself.
Okay. So I'm gonna
Welcome
gonna
to
grab-
the stream.
I'm gonna throw my arm around Gundren and start moving him upward towards that door. How would you like me to do that?
To move someone, it'll take half your movement.
Okay.
You can only move.
So that
half
would give
your
me
movement.
15. But does that essentially make us one icon, or like do we move together?
He would be in an adjacent square. You wouldn't really
Okay.
take up the same square mechanically.
5, 10, 15.
So.
So I would move here, and then he would be next to me, on my left.
Yeah. However, wherever you would want him, I'll let you move him.
That's
You want to your left.
Can he stand on the right, or is that
He can.
straight up like? Okay, yeah, put him on the right. I want to keep him away from the door.
Hazin immediately throws Gundren across the brazier and sets him on fire.
That's what I was worried. That's why I asked.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. But yeah, no.
Yeah, I've died by this, so.
True. So, with that, we'll move.
And that's it. That's my turn.
All right. With that, we'll move to the goblins' turns. There's a lot. So, we're gonna go to the goblin in flame. He took 4 points of damage before, and we're gonna. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. Grab all my cards. So let's see. Welcome to the stream. These are the Heroes of Phandalin. We are in Cragmaw Castle, killing goblins, and I am looking for my monster cards. There we
How
go.
many to pull up this time? 4?
I need goblin.
Times 6.
I need hobgoblin. I don't need gruel no more, so I need hobgoblin.
Green dragon. Wait, what? No.
Where the hell is hobgoblin?
Don't need that. You don't need snarl. Fuck.
Yeah, don't need snarl. There we go. Hobgoblin. I need these guys. I need a certain something just in case.
Well, okay. I'm not seeing the stream, so but I'm hoping he didn't just pull up
Yep.
Green Dragon.
No, I pulled something up. That just in case. All right, I think I'm good. So with that, the goblin on the ground that you've just splashed with flame jumps up, patting itself off, and immediately goes for a scimitar strike on you. That's a natural
Alright.
1. He goes to stab, and you immediately, you don't parry. You go almost to one knee and meet your eye level with its own, bringing the rapier over your head and stick him right in the eye and kill him. That's what you get when you roll a natural one.
I'll take it.
Moving on, the next goblin immediately to the south of you goes to strike for a 10, which does not hit. You smack it. You smack it away with your shield, and the scimitar goes flying back in its grasp. The third goblin goes in for an attack, and that's a 7. And in this moment, you slay one goblin and parry 2 others, one with your shield and the other with your rapier itself. With that, those goblins are done. However, you see from the entrance of where you came, the same hallway straight ahead, you see a goblin from where you came from. It would be easier if I made them all on the layer.
Is that door open?
That door is open, as they did open it to get in after Apollyon had closed it.
All right.
And you see that this goblin, he's going to take a shot. But as you see him taking a shot, you see other goblins behind join and start to flood the room. But he's going to take a shot before they get in his way. That will actually hit. I think that's a 21 to hit.
Sorry, what was the roll?
A 21.
21 hits.
Okay, so that is 7 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
I used... Yeah, no, that's the right one. So yeah, that's 7 points of piercing damage as an arrow does get through your defenses. And you see these goblins start to swarm. That's going to be 5, 10, 15... What? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. One will get up in time to get an attack. The others kind of cram the hall like sardines. So that will be one more attack that does get through. That is a 19 to hit.
My AC is 19.
Okay, so this will just barely hit for 3 points of slashing damage.
He takes 5 in return as the blood mixes with the magical mercury and creates the Agathis ice shards.
Right. As it sticks in just a little bit, an ice shard shoots out into its abdomen and punctures right through it. It doesn't reel back into place. The shard just shatters with the blow against the goblin, and he coughs up blood and backs up into the arms of another goblin who catches him and worriedly picks him back up. But that will be the goblin's turn for now. I did not roll in initiative for the hobgoblins, and for that they will not get a turn this round. So they will pick back up at the top of the turn order. So with that, they are done. Apollyon, it is your go.
Alright, going off of what Hazian said before, I am going to... I'm gonna move right behind Vondel over here. Can I make a shot and like tell him to just dodge, or to watch out if I use Eldritch?
I'd allow it.
Okay, so the goblin that's right in front of him on the left.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to take a shot at Eldritch Blast him, but as I raise my left, I'm going to tell him to watch out as I'm going to strike.
I duck low right, shoulder dipping.
Okay. 23 is definitely gonna hit. and 10 points of damage will definitely finish him off after he's already sustained damage from Armor of Agathis. You fire off and you puncture like a fighter's punch, like wind in a way, into his face, and it just encaves a part of his cheek and cracks in some bone that takes him down.
And from that, I end my turn.
Okay, very well. We are at the top of the turn order, so I will re-roll initiative for the hobgoblins. Let's see what that is. That's a 5. Whack. Alright, so they are just before Apollyon. Alright, so at the top of the turn order, Vondel, you're up. You see the goblin that you just damaged through your spell immediately just get caved in through the left side of his cheek. He falls into the arms of another goblin, but it's your go. What do you want to do?
Apollyon, what is the color and shape of your Eldritch Blasts? Just for my own sake, to know like what just danced right next to my head.
I have when I cast Eldritch Blast, I raise my left hand and I kind of like push it back, and then like kind of like with the force, I push it forward with the force, and it's like it's kind of like a lightning blast. When it makes impact with anything, it creates like a boom effect, and it is a light purple.
Okay, so almost Sith Emperor-esque. Okay, good to know. I'm going to keep the rapier going green, and I'm going to lash out to the goblin to my right.
Okay. Welcome to the stream.
Does a 14 hit the goblin?
14 just misses as he just...
I will spend my inspiration.
Doesn't even matter. Anything... If you roll a 0...
That would be impressive.
I would probably just end your existence.
Well, with Vondel's luck, that would be appropriate.
Hey, I'm holding on to it. But that will hit. You get a strike in low, hitting him in his towards his belly button, pulling out, and then re-entering it lightning fast right into its mouth. You get it right through the back of the throat and pull out as fast as you went in.
Okay.
The goblin falls to the ground.
And the other goblin in that corner is washed with the green flame.
Nice. To the left, yeah?
Oh,
Before?
Yeah. I need to actually roll the damage, but yes.
Yes. Awesome. 3 points.
I will then, having been successful with that, I will take a breath, a second wind, if you will, as my bonus action.
Okay.
And I will get back 10.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, and thinking. I will... I'll hold my position for now.
Okay. Keep marking Gruul as dead, but he doesn't want to stay dead, apparently. There you go. Alright, with that...
Every piece is moving. Every piece gets a turn, that's why.
Yeah. So with that, Alton, $2 are up. Hazin has moved Gundren over, away from you, and you hear continued fighting in the hall where you came from. Vondel is engaged in combat, and then you see Apollyon just firing off an Eldritch Blast into the hall. What do you want to do?
Have a potion, please have a potion. I'm gonna search Gruul's body.
Make me an investigation check.
dig through the puree.
Oh, it's that. It didn't mean to have disadvantage on, but it's an 18.
Okay, one moment. That is number 14. One sec.
Oh, and apparently I'm on Whisper.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't see your rolls.
One
All my
second.
toggles are on.
You search through Gruul, and he does not have any potions on him.
Is there anything of value I'm searching?
As you go through his pockets, you find 5 gold pieces, 3 gold
Alright.
pieces, and a button.
I find 8 gold pieces total.
No, 5 gold and 3 silver,
Oh, okay, okay.
and a
Oh.
button. Mark a button.
And the button summons a monster, correct?
Summons a healing potion.
The button of cure wounds? What?
Yeah.
It's.
It's big, it's red, it says easy on it.
I was
Yeah.
just thinking that. But yeah.
It just summons some potion seller.
I pushed the button.
Oh, Gruul revives!
It's the 5th element where he's like, oh, here's the red button on the back of the gun, on the side of the gun.
Can I use my bonus action to open this door?
It's a free action to open.
Oh,
the
it's
door.
free action. Then I'll open the door.
So yeah. Let's open that thing up. That will be dynamic lighting. Door. So you open up. Let's see. So you open up this door, and you see in this northwest room, partially collapsed chamber that was once basically a bathroom. It still contains a large tiled tub, unused, obviously.
It's where he stores the buttons, just in that tub.
Yeah. You see. Let's see. You see a few loose crates and stuff, but nothing that gets your attention at the moment.
Can I see out? Like, or is it like collapsed where we can't get through it?
Oh, yeah, it's collapsed where you couldn't get through. It piles up maybe about 15 feet high into the ceiling. It's not actually like you don't see a way out through there.
Okay. Guys, there may be a way to dig our way out of this. Gonna be some work though. And that's it.
Okay. You guys hear Alton's call out. Let's see. With that, we have Kazuto's turn, who remains unconscious. It is the goblin's turn. Why does it say 0? It should say 11.
There's 11 goblins, dear God.
Close. But actually, Hazin, it's your go. Welcome to the stream.
Snow is outside currently watching straight at us.
It's where we left him.
Shit.
We don't know what's happened with him.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15. So I'm gonna move here. I'm gonna drag Gudrun to my left to keep him out of line of fire again.
Yeah.
And then Alton, are you sure we can dig our way out of there?
Not sure. I said maybe.
Do you have any way to maybe contact Snow through that arrow slot?
What? scream really loud, maybe?
I have no torches or anything either. I'm just gonna huddle Gundren into the corner and prepare for potentially digging our way out of this.
Okay.
And I'm out of inspiration. Can I see anything through that door frame that's hittable? Or would I just literally just nail Vondel in the back?
You'd probably just nail Vondo in the back.
Okay, then forget it then. That's my turn then.
Okay.
You know what? I am going to hold attack though, just in case anything slips in here that's not a party member.
Okay.
I have a short bow, so if anything comes in
Alright.
through their legs or something. Yeah.
You'll bring out your bow and arrow. You take a notch. Don't aim it immediately at the door, but you take a moment.
Yeah, just in case. You never know.
All right. It's the goblins.
And
turn.
Gundren is up to my left, by the way.
The goblins are gonna basically remove. Sorry, keep hitting my mic. I'm gonna remove these goblins, make some room, and the goblin will move forward. So let's see how this goes. Vondo, the goblins start to continue to move forward towards you, and rushing forward, you see sweat, you see anger, you see red eyes, yellow eyes moving forward. An attack pattern. That's a first 16 to hit.
That is deflected by my shield.
Okay, very nice. Followed by a 22 to hit.
22 does hit.
That will be 5 points of slashing damage.
And they take 5 in return.
It continues even after your temporary hit points are gone?
It continues for an hour.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. So,
I will double check, but I'm fairly certain that's how it works.
okay.
You'd get at least this one off anyway, right? Like if it loses your temporary hit points, it would still shatter at least one more time, right?
Well, no, because the last one would have done. The last one would have done the last of his.
Oh, no, it is. Sorry, I did misread it. That armor of Agfis is gone.
Okay, so just making sure. It lasts an hour if you have not run out of the hit
Yeah, I
points.
need to keep buffing the temp hit points
Okay.
up.
Yeah.
Well, that's a flaw I need to know about.
Is there a way to see temp hit points on a person?
Yeah, it's
Not really.
more of
He
a
just-
token thing. You could.
Yeah,
you
he
could put
just
Okay.
marked it on me. The
Okay.
the little armor cross thing.
Yeah.
It's the armor.
Okay.
So.
I wasn't sure if it like over health barred or something.
Yeah, no. There's little buffs I can put on people, but sometimes it works and sometimes there's too much to think about. But so this one does hit you for 5 points of slashing. And with that, he'll move over, and they'll kind of like swarm and like so that way another goblin can take one more lick in. But that'll only be a 16 to hit, which after being slashed across the knee with one goblin, you retort back by keeping alert, using your adrenaline, and being faster, and you immediately dodge the third and final attack. The other goblin won't be able to get close to you. But with that, you hear heavy footsteps. Not of like a very hefty creature, but of something in armor, and you see through the south side of you. Let me go to the curtain and move that over. You see a hobgoblin. Sorry, I keep burping. You see a hobgoblin rush behind this other goblin in front of you, and behind him he looks at the situation, sees you, stands postured properly with chainmail and good steel in his hand, a shield in his left arm. He points towards you and says something in Goblin, probably like attack or something like that. But that he won't actually be able to get an attack on you. So he's going to hold his action, and you see him have a held action. So keep that in mind moving forward. And with that, that'll end the Hobgoblin's turn. Apollyon, you're up. What do you want to do, sir?
Okay, so same thing as last time. I'm going to raise my left hand and I'm going to scream to Vondo to get low
Okay.
and go for the goblin that's right on the left of him. On the wall in front of him, whatever.
Yes, sir. Go ahead and make that attack.
Ooh, Jesus Christ.
You yell out, Vondo, get down. And before Vondo gets a chance to react, go ahead and roll damage because you immediately blast him in the shoulder for 5 points of force damage. You fire, you call it out. Vondo turns to you instinctually, repeating the process, but before he even gets the moment, you've aimed low towards his torso and slam him right in a good spot. You can use a bonus action to apologize.
Sorry, my hand slipped. I'm nervous.
You just hear
My turn.
sorry, my hand slipped. And then he yeah. So with that, we're at the top of the turn order. Vondo, what are your hit points at?
I have 15
Okay.
left. I am. Yeah, no, this is fine. This is fine. It's fine. How are you? How's this goblin? The one below me. I'm going to strike
Fine
him with
payback
flame.
for the nat 20.
Strike him with flame.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm fine. How are you?
As you
I'm
go,
gonna stand here.
you go in for a quick strike, but as you go, your rib starts to feel a bit bruised. Normally, the adrenaline might numb it for a bit, but you feel it, and it slows down your blow, allowing the goblin to just dodge just briefly out of the way.
Oh, I fully recognize that Apollyon just cracked a rib with his blast.
Oh yeah, flavoring it up. Anything else you want to try?
Oh god, well, I don't have a good option.
Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining.
For this round, I am going to... Yeah, no, I'm going to have to sheathe my blade.
Okay.
I'm still keeping the shield up, but I am pocketing the shield to grab something else next round.
Okay.
But that's next round.
Next round. Sounds good then. Alright, with that, Vondo's up. Alton, it's your move, sir. You see the collapsed area of this room. It is hefty. There's large pieces of stone. It will definitely take some time. But this is all things you can work on if you so wish. So
Mr. Hazen, you and Gundren, you work on getting us a way out. I'm gonna see if I can help help over here.
With the bow readied out, I nod to him in approval.
And I'm gonna try to give Vondel a dose of healing draft.
okay. You sneak through Apollyon, like, excuse me, sorry.
I'm a halfling. I just kind of go between his legs.
Smack the nuts on your way through.
I'm 6'4", so
It's a good dose.
Mondo, you're immediately tugged at your leg and feel Alton passing,
Left hand now free.
Mm-hmm.
Happy to accept. How much do I get back, though?
7.
I'll take that.
It was a good one.
That is
I'll
a very
take
good
that.
one
It tastes extra bad.
now. The better they are, the worse they taste.
The bitterness will distract me from my broken rib, Apollyon.
The DM made me do it.
I've been downgraded. Well,
Well, that was
anything
my
else?
that's everything for me.
All right, cool. Well done, well done. With that, Kazuto's up. Kazuto,
Yes.
as you're basically unconscious, you wake up very briefly to see that you are being dragged across the stonework with your face basically being rubbed against it along as you're going. It feels sore, you feel tired, but as you are fading in and out of consciousness, you see that you are being dragged into a dark room, and you hear the sounds of some sort of monstrous creature before you fade back to black
Okay.
and return to unconsciousness.
That was the Johnny Cash drag.
With that, it is Hazen's turn. What would you like to do?
Right. Well, Gundren is still not in the corner I dragged him to, but that's okay.
Which one do you want him in?
Where the bedroll is. Yeah.
You throw him on this very hefty bed filled with leathers not properly cleaned, and by leathers I mean furs. Not properly cleaned like someone would sell for someone to sleep on, but like pelts of things they've probably killed, and they've used that fur to line Gruel's bed. Comfortable, but does not smell at all good.
Yeah. He has no right to complain. Alright, so then I'm gonna run in. Would you like me to run into there? And then just start trying to clear away debris?
Sure, if you want. It's up to you.
Is that far enough? Like, would you actually like me on the debris, or?
No, that's fine.
That's okay.
Go ahead and make a strength check.
My best stat. Ooh, this is gonna be fun. Yeah, that's a save because I'm an idiot. Hold on. If you want to take the 3, that's fine.
No, that's fine. So that's a 1? Oh, is that a 2?
That was technically a 4.
Oh, that's a 4.
That was
minus.
a 4.
Yeah.
I have negative
That's fine.
strength.
You immediately, after throwing this 140-pound dwarf onto the bed, rush over and grab a boulder in the middle. You're like, if I grab this one, then it'll make such headway. And as you're doing that, you're like, "Ugh," and immediately feel yourself paralyzed in that hunched over position for at least a few moments.
I knew I should have worked out before tossing dwarves. Alright.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yep. And with that, we turn to the goblin's turn. Vondel, let's see how many licks we can get in. Nope, that's the
Hey,
wrong.
it's nothing but blood and bone. Please don't.
It's alright. Oh, never mind. First one's a 21 to hit.
God damn it. Okay.
That will be 7 points of slashing damage as the goblins see you drinking a healing potion. They take that as an opportunity and start slashing across. So the first one was 7. The second one is a 20
That hits.
for 3 points of 3 points of slashing damage.
Yep. Okay.
And the next one is a 6. So after you take in this healing potion and the bitterness kind of distracts you momentarily, you get slashed, and by the time the third one comes in, you finish the potion and you batter away one of the goblin strikes and try to just swing out at it. It doesn't hit, but you do start to. You're back in the fight. Not that you've left, but
Mm-hmm.
but with that, let's see. Not much to do in these tight quarters. I already know what he's doing. They'll go over there. They'll go over there. All right, and that'll end their turn. This hobgoblin is going to he's gonna remain and hold his new action again, same as before, waiting to strike when he gets an opportunity to. And with that, Apollyon, you're up. You see Alton pass over a potion after you've. Alton begrudgingly looks at you after striking Vondel, but you see him pass the potion. You see him get harried. What do you want to do?
You just cut out.
What would you like to do, sir?
It is your turn. You see the mess in front of you. There's a potential mess that's at least rubble in the other room. What do you do?
Jeez, I don't know. I don't want to hit Vondel again. And if I go in that next room, I might hit Hazine.
Well, there's nothing to hit in here, so you would specifically be targeting me at that point. Like, if you have a grudge, we could talk this out later.
No, I would try to blast away the debris.
Okay.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna switch out.
Can I make an acrobatics so I don't get blasted in the back?
No. You cannot, because it's not your turn. But Apollyon,
Lovely.
you're trying to do what?
Trying not to hit my teammates.
No, I get it.
I'm gonna go.
There's like a 1 in 20 chance that'll happen. Come on.
Yeah, it's a.
it just happened.
Let's clarify that those are crit fails and not just for rolling low. Those are crit fails.
Yeah.
Just to clarify for everybody involved.
It's a 5% chance.
Yeah.
Okay, if I get a crit fail this one, I'm gonna back out.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna scream out, "Sorry, Vondel," again, and
Once more,
um,
style.
let's try that again. And yeah, same goblin in front of him. Oh, thank fucking God.
You blow Vondel's head clean off.
Okay,
Nice.
well,
Natural 20. So, welcome to the stream. Good time. Apollyon for that, positions his hand, aims higher, looks at the creature, says, "Vondel, get down," with more confidence. Vondel, you pull all the way down to the stonework. Your face, you can see the feet of the goblin. Apollyon, you let loose an eldritch blast and clear the way. You fire off this purple light that impales, and punches through both goblins. And immediately, Vondel, you look to your right, and you just see a hole through both goblins at the same angle and height.
Oh, does one fall left and one fall right?
No.
Damn it. That'd be swag.
That would be. But it doesn't.
oh, Hazine.
And then
We got
Fix
a
your
2 for 1 special.
Yeah, fix your shit, Apollyon.
We're just gonna take it.
we're just gonna take it. So they.
No, we have to. I'm gonna healing word the goblin back.
You see them stand as they sway back and then collapse to the ground. Vondel, you see that opening. There are no goblins down that path, and there does not seem to be any more. If you listen to your left and right, there does not seem to be any more goblins from the path you came. This is a golden opportunity. With that, Apollyon, is there anything else you would like to try?
I'm just gonna hold my position for now, and I'm adjourned.
Okay. Thanks for joining the stream. Feel free to follow. We're almost at affiliate. I'd appreciate it.
Um, okay. So, left hand free is established. I'm going to bring out that Cure Wounds potion
Okay.
Alton gave before. Bonus action to drink potions in this
Yes, sir.
campaign.
Yes.
Excellent. So, that'll be my bonus action.
Sir. Okay.
Oh, well, that would be his luck. And then I'm going to steady my shield. I'm going to actually bring my other hand up to help brace, and I'm going to prepare to dodge.
Okay.
But there is a way out, but you have to hurry.
Perfect. You'll all hear Vondel call this out, except for Hazin. Hazin, you pulling at the rocks just keeps you distracted long enough.
Did I hear the Eldritch Blast at least?
Oh yeah.
Do I think that there might be a better way of doing this rather than by my hand?
Yeah, maybe an Eldritch
Okay.
Blast. But
I mean,
yeah,
others have also heard this. They might
yeah.
tell
They'll
you,
relay
but
it.
like Alton, whose turn it is.
Yeah. So it's Alton, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Hazin, how is it going in there?
Not very well.
I think Alton's got us a way out.
You are Alton.
No, not
You
Alton.
are Alton.
Sorry. No.
Alton is still panicked.
I
Goes away.
stop moving rocks for a second, look slightly up, confused, head tilted, like, what?
I mean, Vondel has us the way out, and then I'm gonna give Vondel another healing draft.
Okay.
Can you begin dragging the dwarf?
Nice. He just used his action and
That
bonus
was
action.
my
right,
everything.
Yeah.
Bonus action to make it, action to give it.
Hashtag that was my everything.
Hashtag run, motherfucker, instead. But
Yeah.
okay, I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, he does it in passing if he wishes.
He
got
does still
movement.
have movement.
Oh, I do still have movement. Let's.
So.
Oh
five-
yes.
Don't.
5, 10, 15.
You'd either have to dodge or disengage. But
No, it's
oh, God.
okay. As you're running through.
I'm gonna stop right there and just be like, "Yep."
Yeah. Okay. Oh, so you're gonna stop there?
Well, actually, 5, 10, or 5.
You can go
15,
2 more
20.
spots. You would just incur 2 attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, I'll take the attacks because I haven't taken any damage yet.
All right. Cool. So the first one.
Crit, and he's down.
So the first one is 400 damage.
Yes.
Okay.
Damn old goblins and their 400 damage attacks.
So the first one is actually a 22 to hit for 3
Jesus
points.
Christ.
I know. For 3 points of slashing damage,
Okay.
followed by a natural 20.
Really?
Yeah. Ooh, I
That's
love it.
gonna sting.
So Alton, you pass him the thing, the healing draft, and you see the 2 goblins, and you're like, no, and you paddle on your way through. The first one, you try to jump over, and you jump barely, and it slashes through your leg. As you come down to land, the goblin coming, making a slash towards you, gets you right across the throat, but on your left-hand side. It's not a fatal wound, but you take 10 points of slashing damage as it cuts through, and you feel tension, and you hold it. You stick your hand right on it, keeping the pressure, and continue moving right on through. Yeah, that was nasty.
Okay.
For the audience at home, how many hit points do you have left?
lucky number.
Oh God.
Is that 7 or 1?
7.
Okay. So just enough. And with that, your turn is over. Kazuto, you regain consciousness briefly to notice that you are being dragged into a place of some sort of worship. There are idols nearby, and you are now being strung up, and then lose consciousness again.
Dope. Gotcha.
With that, Hazin, it is your go. They are making no headway here. You hear the Alton relay the information and take off after, and then eventually you hear "Ah!" And yeah.
It's gonna take me forever to track this one.
I need a better gnome
Sprint.
scream voice.
Sprint or make him run.
That'd be 35, 10. Can I?
We've
Can
already
I
used,
sprint
they've
with
already
him?
used their attacks of opportunity on me, so everyone run through.
Yeah, that is correct.
I can sprint with him.
You still
you can
you
dash.
can take a dash action while using him, but that is still at half. So you would just be able to.
But I
move
would gain
full
my 30 at least. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, so 5, 10. Can I? Okay. Before I do this and commit, I can run through Apollyon and Vondel carrying this motherfucker?
I will allow them to make room.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15.
It is a 5-foot square, not Vondo is 5 foot like across.
Vondel's a big boy.
Yeah. Just
No,
mechanic.
this is football gridiron, not.
Yeah, holding the line. So, are you going
Okay.
to?
So I'm gonna go there,
Okay.
and I'm gonna throw Gundren to my left. Or can I throw him into the room because I do still have 5 feet left? Can I throw him where Alton is, or is that too far?
I would say you could push him ahead of you, not into the room.
Okay, that I will do that. That's gonna be a
All right. So with that, Hazin, you are done. You push on through. Vondo is pushing them back with his shield in hand. Just defensive linebacker, just protecting you guys from while you're moving through. You do push Gundren ahead of you. As you're moving the hefty door forward, the goblin will see you, not getting a chance to hit Gundren. Will make an attack on you. That's still the wrong creature. That's gonna be.
Wait, did you say Gundren is making an attack on me?
No,
Okay,
goblin.
the goblin. All right.
No.
I misheard that for a second.
The goblin below you goes to make a strike out towards you. It aims for your hand that is touching Gundren ahead of you, and you pull your hand back. And as he's overextended, you bring out your rapier, spin low, and just cut through his stomach and spill his guts onto the ground. That's what you get
I'll
when you
I'll
roll
take
a
it
natural
even though I'm not Vondel.
or Hazin.
That would have been. I mean, I have a rapier, so it's fine.
Probably.
No, he was attacking you, Hazin.
Yeah,
How many
I just-
weapons, Hazin, do you have? You have the dagger, you have the scimitar.
I had a rapier that I started with. I had Fortuna that I wasn't proficient with, so I didn't really use. And I took a dagger from Snow. And then I took that short bow off a goblin. I have a lot.
attached to an owl, but good God, man.
That was the other whip, by the way. Which maybe I'll tell you guys one day about the.
I
Tangle
just didn't
coming out.
realize we were traveling with the used weapon salesman.
Hey, listen,
What are you buying?
When you need to survive, you use what shit you need to use.
No wonder they tossed us out of the bar. You just started into your salesman jingle.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
And here I thought it was just abysmal
Hey,
bad
listen,
luck.
the rapier slices, dices, pierces, and juliennes. It's not my fault these people don't know quality.
As that happens, a blade goes through Vondo in your confusion of how many weapons Hazin has. However, it does not actually hit.
I use my multiple weapons to block the goblin.
But this goblin will take up the space of the other after taking attack at you, Vondo.
Okay.
And the hobgoblin will move forward now into position. You see behind him, this guy was supposed to move forward, but we're gonna do it anyway. You see behind him another hobgoblin brushing. Behind him, the halls are tight. He can't get in to make an attack, but the other one does because it's now the hobgoblin's turn. And with that, he's going to make a strike at disadvantage because you're still in dodge.
Yep.
That is going to be 10, so that will be a miss. It slams heavily into your shield, but you remain firm and push it back. You see that Hadzin and Gundren have gotten through. It is Apollyon's turn.
Oh, jeez. There's nowhere really for me to move. Fuck it. I'm gonna. Can I move through everyone? I can move through everyone, right?
I'm gonna say with everyone now fully crowding it, it's gonna be half your movement to get through them. But it's still doable. I would consider it difficult terrain just because there's too many. So you would be able to move 15 feet.
You would move on to Gundren Square.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't do that, right?
No, you can. You can. It's just mechanically that's how it looks, but thematically you're fine.
What you can do if you want to get through everyone, take a dash action. And that'll give you 60 feet of movement on your turn, cut down in half partially by everyone else. You could get out to the main room without.
Do I have a dash action? Does everyone have a dash action?
Everyone has a dash action.
Yeah.
Everyone
Okay,
can really sprint.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll use my dash action.
Okay.
Into dash.
All right. So you are going to get an attack of opportunity from the hobgoblin and the goblin.
Okay.
So hobgoblin first. He does have his shield in hand, so it's only
Can they be at a disadvantage because we're kind of fucking with them?
no.
Worth a shot.
Always worth a shot. That's gonna be a 15 to hit, Apollyon, and I know that hits. Because you have no armor.
Oh, no, he has armor.
I have
no dex.
I have my 10 hit points, so whatever he hits me for, he gets 10. Okay?
Yeah, which is good because he hits you for 8.
Okay.
And it slams at you, and Vondo, you see this and react properly. The hobgoblin goes over the shield, slams its longsword into Apollyon's back. And immediately responding, a sharp icicle protrudes out, 2 of them, towards the hobgoblin, puncturing his left leg and his left arm. He takes back 8 points of damage and is knocked back from it. Looks very weathered from that and surprised. Mark, you have 2 hit points left for that new armor.
Yeah, I did that.
And then the second the actual goblin will make his attack for just 7. That won't hit. So you're too fast as he goes to take his swing in. Hazin blocks it with a dagger, locking blades, and then remaining locked for the remainder of that turn.
As I'm running, I look back at Hazin and nod, and thanks.
It's for the potion.
So, with that, we are back at the top of the turn order. Vondel, you see that your group is basically gotten through. It's probably going to take them another round or so to get through, but no one remains in the actual chambers. So,
How injured does this hobgoblin look immediately in front of me?
pretty messed up. I don't know if you can see his hit points. I'll show it right now.
I can't, unfortunately. I can't get a sense.
1 sec. So about that.
He is actually literally underneath
I'll
my...
put him. I'll put him here.
Okay, well, questions.
Yeah, a good hit will take him out.
A good hit will take him out, but will 4 take him out? That is the question I have to ask.
4 would take him out.
Sorry, what?
4 would take him out.
The goblin or the hop?
The hop.
Okay. Vondel reproduces the rapier.
Mm-hmm.
And I lash out at the goblin instead
Okay.
for 22.
22 does hit.
The goblin takes 12, and the flame leaps over at the hobgoblin.
Double kill. Why don't you let us know how you do that?
It's this time it feels like almost like an after effect.
Okay.
The blow. Oh, actually, no. I know how it goes. Because Vondel was reproducing the rapier.
Mm-hmm.
When he was drawing, he didn't actually wrap his fingers around the blade. Instead, the metal tattoo around his wrist and palm of his hand glowed and drew out the blade almost like it was connected by a magnet. And when it came out, the blade just started spinning.
Nice.
And it just snapped out first towards the goblin at an unexpected angle.
Mm-hmm.
And then the follow through forced the green flame to catch the hobgoblin from his left side.
Nice.
Or sorry, his right side. But yes.
Yeah. As it jolts on top of him, he starts to erupt with the flame across his chainmail. He backs up into the one behind him, who starts to move and be pushed back. The flame ignites on the curtain itself and starts to cause this burning smell across the room. Very well done. You still have movement and everything, and there are no attack of opportunities within range.
The blade's still spinning around. I finally wrap my fingers around the handle and flip it to the ground and shield forward. I step into the hobgoblin.
Okay. Let me remove this guy. And I'll remove the other one.
So, taking up the space so he cannot easily get past.
Okay. Awesome. Well done. With that, Alton, it's your go. From behind you, you just hear screams of panic and death. What would you like to do?
I'm going to drink a healing drought myself.
Okay. He just Alton goes to his left pouch, finds an empty vial, goes to his right pouch, pulls out an actual one, pours it out, drinks it.
Apollyon, where's Kazuto?
You guys see, notice that you keep every now and then stepping on empty vials.
Kazuto was peppered by arrows from the goblins. After that, I don't know what happened to him.
But where was he? Where was he peppered?
right in front of the door when I came into the room.
Basically,
the hall.
right where Alton is standing.
He's not anywhere around now.
He is not anywhere around. He's not in that room you're in right now at all.
Okay.
Don't even know if he's alive.
You see,
I want to peek through this curtain.
you look at the ground and see a blood trail to the curtain. You use your free action to pull open this heavy curtain and see see the next.
Yeah, I can't see
hold
through
on.
the curtain yet.
Yeah, one sec. Put it like. Yeah, put it like that. Okay, so can you see now?
Yeah, I can see a little bit.
Yeah, so you peek in and you see rubble. You see another curtain to the far south. You see this opened area with lots of movement through here, but you don't see any goblins. You don't see Kazuto. You don't know.
Okay, well, I'll just play lookout right here then.
Okay. With that, Kazuto, you wake up kind of dazed and confused now on CBS at 7 p.m. every weeknight on Tuesday. You wake up and see yourself strung up with your arms above your head, chained to a wall about 5 to 10 feet above the ground. You see a goblin looking up at you with a certain kind of necklace adorned on it of bone and very primitive, I guess would be the best way to describe it. Looking a bit priestly, and he looks at you and then walks through one of the curtained passages on curtain doors out of whatever room you are in, and you are now alone, and you regain consciousness, but you are considered restrained. What would you like to try to do?
I would just scream out, "Hello? Is anyone here?"
You scream out, "Hello!"
Is it me you're looking for?
Fun fact, that's what I was thinking about. But
Because he was in the closet, yeah.
yeah.
And he started to get angry.
Heroes of Phandalin, the musical.
I puree him, puree.
So
Oh my
you
God.
call out, it echoes. You hear faintly in the other room a response from a very, very alien-like creature that cries out.
Was that responding to me?
As you screamed out hello, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
try
also.
to,
I'm guessing. I'm guessing that's not loud enough for us to hear.
No.
Try to unbreak myself from the chains, I guess. I don't know, attempt.
Why don't you give me a strength check? Wow, pretty good. You start using your fatigue state to. You're still in your armor. You still have some of your equipment. And you start to pull left and right, and your left hand, as you're pulling back and forth while hanging. Doesn't come loose. Sorry. It doesn't come loose, but the actual chain itself, where it's embedded into the wall, starts to give as you keep pulling harder and harder. You try with the right, but it's not. It's just, even though you have more strength in the right hand, your left hand seems to give more weight. It's more that the chain is weakened, and you pull free, and that chain falls to the ground, and starts to it hits the stone. It makes some sound, but it's still attached at the wrist to you. So now you are hanging with one arm still in the air, and the other like at this on your side.
Can I like move it though?
You're just dangling with one arm in the air now.
Yeah, I'm dangling with one arm, but can I move the other one?
Your left hand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But that would be your action for this turn. You're just now dangling up there with one arm, and it kind of hurts now. It's very.
Can I try to have my left arm hold with my right?
Yeah, you can.
Like bring them together.
Yeah, you can bring them together to ease it for this moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that'll be it for me for right now.
Okay. It will put more pressure on the wrist, and that will hurt, but it's not as intensive.
It wouldn't hurt as bad, right?
Yeah, no.
All right.
So, but with that though, your turn is over. Also mark that you are at 1 hit point.
Gotcha.
Hazin, it is your turn.
All right. So I'm gonna grab Gundren. I'm gonna move by 10, 20. I'm gonna move here. I'm gonna toss him into the room next to Apollyon. I'm gonna tell Apollyon, take him, and then I'm gonna use the remaining 10 feet to go back to where I was. Do I still have an action?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna short bow the hobgoblin. Or can I see him or no?
Sure.
Like,
Okay.
in line of sight? Okay.
That just hits.
Then I do 7.
That's actually pretty strong.
And that's it.
You get him right beneath where the chainmail meets his pants, and it goes through his hip, and it just goes straight into his pelvis and sticks in, and his squint forces him to one knee, in a very difficult position against the fighter. But with that, we're gonna skip the goblin's turn. Because goblins who go in there die apparently. So fuck that.
They weren't. It's like the organ thing.
The hobgoblin is gonna take an arrow, and look at the situation, with goblins just being massacred and a previous hobgoblin being killed. He's gonna use his action to disengage from you, Vondel.
Okay.
And he's going to back up into the room and pull the curtain back and start screaming in goblin some orders. He pulls the curtain over, and you see a bunch of goblins and hear voices on the other side of it trying to keep the now heavy, thick curtain sealed. No one speaks goblin, right?
No. I don't.
Okay. But that's going to be their turn and action combined with the goblins. Apollyon, it is your turn.
Oh, and do you see Kazuto?
Muted.
Probably.
You guys hear me?
No, Alton was muted.
I
I
haven't
can't hear you. Oh, there he is.
I haven't seen him yet. No. I see blood.
Well, Hazin left me with Gunder, and I don't know if it's smart for us to move through just yet. Do you want to wait for the others?
I don't know. I mean, we need to find Kazuto so we can get away. Maybe leave Gundren with me and see if you can take a look and maybe find him.
Okay.
Door is open, so I hear this, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Just like bits and pieces, but
I'd
kind of
say-
enough to garner what's going on. Or...
I'm gonna say at this point, I'm gonna remove us from an initiative, and we're gonna just move forward, very fluid and cinematically. For what has happened, the goblins are sealing themselves in that room. If you want to break through, feel free to go ahead, but that is what they're going to be doing, sealing themselves off from that side. And from that, Vondo, you see that a couple moments pass, and you gather the
Awesome.
situation.
Do you have a torch?
No. I have a dark side. I didn't bring anything.
Get through the door then.
Nod in approval.
Yeah.
Here, as soon as Hazen's through, I will shut the door and see if there's anything nearby I can use to brace it.
Yeah, there's plenty. There is a bar on this side that you could use to, like, wedge under the door to just stick it in. Not a bar. I mean, the wedges, the door stoppers. So with that,
I mean, it'll help, but
well, from this side, yeah. And then you start blocking it with everything else. Since Hazin did not go through,
I specifically said as soon as Hazin is through.
Oh, we're not. Wait, we're not in order.
You know,
Like, we're not doing turn order.
No, turn order suspended
and
for now.
and for not paying attention to the DM's description, he will stay locked on the other side until he learns better.
Where's Hazin?
You all look around and Hazin just starts screaming on the other side of the door.
No,
No,
no.
I'm just
I'm gently rapping on the door.
No, it's fine. But yeah, you guys are all on the other side. Vondo, you barricade the door properly. You start putting boxes and crates, the heaviest on the bottom, and start keeping the weight distributed properly until you finally feel it's secure enough that it will definitely be it's definitely a barricade.
Paulion, you
You
Where?
cut out. You cut out. What happened?
you said that Kazuto was. Oh, was that here?
You cut out again, but I'm going to assume you asked if Kazuo was taken.
Where? No, what I'm trying to investigate is where did he fall?
He fell right where you're standing.
Dragma.
Oops, sorry, we got some disconnects from that.
Yeah. Wonderful, Discord. Come on. What I was going to ask is, eating anywhere?
Oh, is the
Every
blood-
time you
Every
you
time?
ask-
Every time?
So
You got to
from what I gathered, I believe he's looking for drag marks. To see
yeah,
if we can
that's
find out
what I
which-
assume.
Yeah.
Make me an investigation check.
Can I help him with it?
Yes. So you may make one with advantage, Bondo.
Okay. 16 plus. Hold on. Thank you, Tradition of Madani. 17.
Okay. So you see the initial the blood that There were goblins killed around this area, but you see one that's much more a different color, different hue, texture. You see human blood. You follow it south to where Alton is, and open the curtain, and the curtain's already open, and you see the drag marks head to the western door. The door is is heavy wood and closed.
I will not ask any of you to follow. Do have to get Gundren out.
I'm gonna stay with Vondel.
But I have time.
Okay. So Hazin is staying. Anyone else?
I was gonna stay with Vondo, but I don't want Alton by himself.
Okay.
Well, is the plan we are going to leave the Gundren here for now in case we need to escape later, or are we dragging him out now?
I would get him out sooner than later before goblins get smart and go around the castle. We know in theory Snow is out there.
We can leave him with Snow.
Okay, you know what?
I don't know Gundren very well, but I'm gonna hit
Okay.
him with another healing drought, hoping it helps. Oh, those healing droughts for him are so awesome.
Oh, it's spelled wrong. That's the problem. It's healing drought.
Drought, yes.
See,
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
what it was the whole time.
So
That's
I'm
what it
going
was
to
the
change
whole time.
my thing around. I'm gonna take Gundren. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna run to try to at least get to Snow so we can at least get him out of here. Because I'm literally tapped on everything else. Before I go, can I heal Vondel?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm just gonna cure wounds you with the last thing I got left.
Okay, appreciate that.
Hazin, make
So
sure
you
you
got a
update
knife.
Snow.
Appreciate
Update
that.
Snow on the situation.
Yep. And I'm gonna dip. I'm gonna grab Gundren. We're gonna sashay our way out of there.
Okay. As you're making your way out, you get interrupted as you go through the rubble and make your way through the path. You see, littered in this area, in this 20-foot radius, at least 6 goblin corpses, all with arrows in them.
Nice.
And you start making your way through as whistles from Snow guide you to his eventual location. With,
Did I meet up, or am I just walking off into the distance?
you're walking off to him.
Okay.
With that, Vondel, Alton, 2 Bucks, and Apollyon. We are all going to take a moment's break
Yeah.
and continue when we return.
All right.
So, Kazuto,
Yes.
before we go to Black, is there anything you would like to try?
No, I will wait.
You sure?
Yes, I will wait.
Okay.
And, yeah, I will wait.
Then with that, we will be back in a few minutes and continue the story of the Heroes of Phandalin. Have a good one, and we'll see you in 5. So, Vondel, Alton, Apollyon.
We live again?
We are live. Let us continue where we left off. You find yourselves alone in Cragmaw Castle with the curtain drawn and the trail pointing towards a heavy wooden door closed to the western side of Cragmaw Castle, and the story is yours.
I will make my way over to the door.
You see a pool of blood specifically around the front of that door. Something definitely was not only wounded here, but severely left for several moments as something as they were left to bleed out, basically.
Well, that's not an encouraging sign. I look over to my compatriots. Are you ready?
Wait, this goblin's behind us.
No,
Is
it's
that
not.
door open?
Nope. As you guys look over and see a bunch of goblins like running back and forth, they go, ah! They slam the door closed.
Good, we have mere moments. As soon as the others are ready, I will toss open the door and head in, but
Okay.
I need the go sign.
You,
I am ready.
Alton.
I'm ready.
Okay. You put your hand on the handle, move in, and the door, you fling it, you jump on in. And with that, you are interrupted by a goblin priest, basically adorned in simple like priest out attire, and he is standing over what is a very visible and bleeding on the ground Franz, with his leg just absolutely missing, in this kind of pool of blood. And Franz is just being tended to by this priest, who looks up at you and does not speak in common, looks up and goes, very defensive and like pointing at you in defiance, and he'll go for a short sword at his side.
Okay, which one of these goblins is Franz? Which one's the priest? Which symbol?
Do all goblins look alike?
They do,
But
unless
there's two different
two
symbols.
different tokens. There's a fist and there's a statue.
Oh, for some reason it says show nameplate, but it's not showing nameplate.
Oh, there's Franz.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, I see.
And then the other.
Hump.
He goes for a short blade. I go for a rapier.
Make a dexterity check. He rolled a 10. Just a check, but you still roll higher than him. Go ahead and make your attack. 18
There's an
will
18 hit. Okay.
Yes, it will.
He takes 6.
And Franz dies. As the flame just goes.
Oh no, I did not. I did not green flame blade this time.
It just go. You just see the Dark Souls you have died screen, and then you reload the save and redo it again. That's okay. You stab through the goblin, slashing him across the hand, disarming him, and the short blade drops to the side. And Franz looks up in all of this frustration, and he goes, "You deceitful liars!" And he's just holding his leg in pain and muttering back and forth.
Can I make a connection with Franz?
You could also talk to him, but yeah.
Yeah, I know, but telepathically.
I'll shift over to. Do I see anything else in the room, like any other targets or?
Make a perception check. It's good that you are looking around. Where's everybody at?
I'm gonna move into the room.
Okay. Apollyon.
I'm gonna be right behind him.
Okay. Looking around Vondo, it's very difficult to see with just such faint lights coming from sorry, a very poorly lit brazier. It looks like the coals are actually dwindling. But you see around the ground, you see as you're moving in and just you've disarmed Lupo and you're looking around and you see lots of wet drool amongst the stonework, and you it sticks to your feet and you look around with your shield in one hand, rapier out, nothing in your surrounding area until you hear something, and instinctually you don't panic, look up, you roll your eyes towards the ceiling and you see sunken within the darkness a creature prepared to jump out and strike. And he does not get a surprise round because Vondel says what?
Above us! And I raise my shield to receive the attack.
Okay, cool. So with that, let us roll initiative. That is Alton, Apollyon, and Vondel, and this creature. So good check on that.
What the hell is that?
Well, let's remove Kazuto, Hazin, Goblin, Hobgoblin. We don't need that. Vondel was a 17. Alton was a 14. Okay, they all went through properly. I need to add.
Hans and Franz.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna add the creature first, and he's gonna. Ah, oh, come on! I rolled a natural one. Whatever. Whack.
No, that's good. That's good.
Whack.
He can drop down like Goma. And this
So,
is...
in a initiative situation, that just means he goes dead last, or does that mean he fucking doesn't go for an entire round because he fucked up?
No. For initiative, it's just overall score. Can't crit fail for initiative. Lupo's disarmed. He's a priest. He's not gonna deal with he's not gonna partake.
He's still up and fine, Bauer.
Yeah, he's up and fine.
Okay.
But he's not gonna be a threat. So he's gonna allow this to happen. Vondel, you call that out. You look up to the ceiling, and the creature looks like it was prepared to strike. It reels back, however, and you calling that out, it stares towards you, and is still 15 feet in. Actually, let me double check the ceiling of this room. This is room number 8. Yep, it's the ceiling is about 15 to 20 feet high, and 15 feet and around like the exterior side, but in the dead center it's 20 feet high, which is where he's at right now.
Okay.
And it looks like it's attached almost. You can't see where it's attached to, but it's attached like a worm to the ceiling. And you see slime coming from the creature. It looks worm-like, blends with the stonework, and seems to be preparing to strike. What would you like to do?
Okay. I will... and moving to this corner, still keeping my eyes on the creature above.
Mm-hmm.
Vondel he brings his hand up above his head, and the metal tattoo starts feeding out
Feeding out.
it flicks of paint come off the wrist, and it forms a rusted sword, and I throw it at the creature as my Eldritch Blast.
Okay. 21 will hit.
For 2. But
You fire it off, and the creature, with quick-like reflexes, slicks to the side. You hear it, slip in and not hit stonework. You don't see that far into the darkness. Like, it hits it, and you see a splatter of this purple liquid just fall to the ground and splashes onto the stonework.
all right.
So let's do that. Minus not 32, minus 2. I almost minus 32. That wouldn't have been
I'll
good.
take it. I'll take it.
Well,
Hey, come on, man.
Nope. Alton, you're up.
Alright. I'm gonna back into this corner right here. And Franz is prone, isn't he?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna throw a firebomb right between him and the priest. So they both need to make dexterity saves.
What? Like you're trying to hit them both?
Yeah, I'm gonna target the point between the two of them.
Like trying
So-
to it can hit more than 5 feet?
It's up to 15 feet.
Okay.
So this is the AoE, so they just make difficulty 12 dex saves.
Okay. Well, Franz
he's
has
prone,
disadvantage, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Let's see.
This. They take 3 damage.
That's a 7 for Lupo, and a
So that's-
21 as Franz.
With disadvantage?
Oh, with disadvantage. 17
Yeah.
with disadvantage.
Jesus Christ! The goblin with one leg dodges it. Really?
Well, you see what
Yeah.
happened is Lupo looks out and goes, huh? And Franz looks over and says, Lias! And just starts rolling over. And you guys are just you guys turned John Doe into the Joker. I'm just saying it. I had nothing to do with this. It's the dock worker all over from Dungeon World. It's all over again.
Hey, I failed to save earlier, and there's a reason that I'm acting
That's fine.
Mm.
a
Anyway.
little dark.
Yeah, it's okay. Clean up your mess, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody hates Franz. I remember that. So, anyway, Apollyon, you're up.
Just not trusting goblins right
That's
now.
cool. No big deal.
Okay, I'm gonna move right next to Vondel,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to Eldritch Blast the creature.
Okay.
Nope.
9 will not hit as you fire off. The Grick-like creature starts to slick across the room ceiling with lightning reflexes. And with that, I think your turn is over. Because the creature is going to say, fuck that, and rush at Alton 2 bucks over here.
Gotta protect Franz.
As the creature slips across the ceiling, Franz goes, "Eat them!" And the Grick will make a lightning attack towards you, Alton. Let's see. I'd say 16 to hit.
That just hits.
So you take 7 points of slashing damage as the creature jumps down and just slams its tentacles, the 4 tentacles around its mouth towards you.
Ow.
And since that hits, he gets to make an additional attack with his beak for 22.
That'll definitely hit.
And that will force him to take a bite out of you with its beak for 4 piercing damage. As you feel this sharp peck starts to crunch into your body, you just hear slap
I
into
don't.
you.
I don't feel it anymore. I'm unconscious.
Oh, okay. There we go. And with that, he's used 5, 10, 15, 20.
Oh shit.
He's gonna go 5,
This is
10. The creature is now adjacent to this wall and uses the remainder of its movement to go 10 feet up. So it is now strikes down at Alton, slips its tentacles around it, takes a bite, and then just wiggles up like a worm, sliding across the ceiling towards you all, now cornered. Franz goes, "Yes! Taste their blood!" So.
Oh god.
That's Vondel's turn now.
Okay. So it's 10 feet up. If I stand underneath it, would it be in range of a rapier?
No, sir.
Okay.
Sees the
Oh,
memes.
God.
Says Shiznobi. Sees
Well,
the memes.
Unfortunately. So I wonder how much noise we're making, but
You're making enough noise, but it's been like one round, so that's all.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, what am I going to? Okay, Franz, why the fuck did you have to say that? I
What do you mean, why?
10 feet over here, draw a rapier. It glows green, and I strike down on Franz
Okay.
with a green Eldritch blade.
Okay. Make an attack with advantage. Ooh.
Oh,
Go ahead. Roll that damage. 8
This takes
points.
9. Priest takes 4.
Yeah, you hear the last words of Franz. I did everything, and you still be, and you stab him right through the heart with conviction, and the flame doesn't lick off. It shoots out and jumps on Lupo, and Lupo immediately starts running around with his priest garments on flames. And you pull your rapier out to Franz, and he remains lifeless on the ground with his eyes looking up in the air. Ow,
Yeah, well,
shit.
that's not gonna
Just cut a
that's not gonna come back and haunt us.
Not at all.
I will then 5, 10, 15. Turn here.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Fondo. I'm gonna assume
My
so.
turn's done.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So with that, Alton, I need you to make a death saving throw, sir. That is one failure. So mark that as you pass. As you fail one save, we move to Apollyon. Apollyon, you see Vondo impale Franz, removing the last of his life from him, and then him run past Lupo, who is on fire. What do you want to do?
I'm going to move right next to the stable over here.
It's
And-
more of a
or
brazier.
whatever that is.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to try to. I'm gonna use Ray of Frost on the creature.
Ray of Frost. Ooh.
Nope.
You fire off, and what would have been a great solution to his problem. You miss, and the ice coats the walls and gives it a nice coat. But with that, is that your turn?
I am. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna keep my hold my position. That's it.
Okay. The creature is gonna go up 5 and then 10, 15. He's gonna slide across the ceiling, seeing you firing off arcane magic, and drawn to it, it starts to slick across the wall, and then jumps down and takes an attack at you. See, that is a 23 to hit. For 8 points of slashing damage.
I still have the 10 hit points.
Yeah, you had 2 more, right?
Yes.
So you take 6 points of damage then.
And
So
I
you-
believe
And then
that's
we're
an icicle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel the frost. Taste the rain.
So you so how many hit points are you at now?
I'm at 18.
Okay. Nice. So the Grick slams at you with its tentacle, and one of its tentacles gets impaled by an icicle. But since its tentacle hit, it can make a beak attack for 21 to hit. And you take another 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
So now you're at 10. Do remember, Armor of Agathis is no more. And as he's hit you now, twice, he is going to go up 5 and then go behind you. So he's still within range, but he's going to be 5 feet above you. And with that, it slicks across the wall and prepares to strike you from behind. And it will end its turn there. We go back to the top of the round. Kazuto, you hear from the other room, you hear just chaos of flames and screaming and Franz cursing and commands being shouted out by your allies. You realize they're not that far away from you. What would you like to do?
I would like to try to yank. No, not yank. Never mind. Can I use my right arm to try to yank the left chain from the wall?
Your right arm is chained to the wall.
All right, so my left.
Yeah.
To my right.
Make a strength check. With a 9, you don't have the strength or the angle to actually remove the chain from the wall. Unlike the other one, this one is actually properly embedded and bolted in.
Okay.
You use your strength and it does not give way.
Can I use my bonus action to drink a potion, the health potion, with my one arm?
I would say they wouldn't have taken it from you. They wouldn't have had time to search you and drag you here. So, sure.
So how do I do it again? Slash R.
Slash roll 1d8 plus 2. Okay. So you heal 6 hit points. You jump back
Yes.
up to 7. And with that, that's pretty much the rest of your turn, unless you want to say something or...
Can I just scream, "I'm in here"?
Yeah, Apollyon, after you've been harried by this creature, you hear from the other room Kazuto's voice calling out that he's over there. And with that, Vondo, it's your turn. I would say, Vondo, you hear that too.
Heard it as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Then blade back into sheath. 5, 10, 15 through a sheet. How far above is Kazuto suspended?
5 feet up.
He's 5 feet up. I'm going to get a little closer and don't move. And I will attempt to throw another Eldritch Blast through the chain that's suspending him.
Please don't miss.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an attack roll, please.
12.
A 12 just hits. Go ahead and roll damage. As you fire the Eldritch Blast off, it slams into the actual stonework instead of the chain part, like where it's attached, and the anchor point, and it gives a little it loosens, but the stonework loosens, not like the actual chain from the stone. You're gonna need a little bit more damage to drop him.
Okay, well, we'll see how it goes next turn.
Okay. So with that, it's Alton's turn. Alton, why don't you give me another death saving throw, please? That is a second failure. With that, Apollyon, you are up, sir.
Okay, Kazuto is in the door to the left, the bottom.
On the other side of this crick.
Wait, could you click at it? Where is it?
Behind this creature, there is a heavy curtain, and behind that area is another heavy curtain.
No, well, if I run past him, he'll get an opportunity attack.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna... Okay, I'm gonna move to the right of the goblins,
Okay.
where they are, and I'm going to attempt...
Before that, it makes an attack of opportunity for 14. Pauline?
Yeah, it hits.
For another 8 points of damage.
Okay, so then fuck that. How much I move? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 25. That's 5 more feet of movement.
Yeah.
Go past here, and I'm gonna use Can I use a free action to close the door?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use that free action to close the door, and
So the door closes and the light fades on Alton.
And I don't know if I should do this, but by any chance, would I be able to like contact Vondel telepathically?
Is that you?
You just hear a bunch of bad screaming as stars and just
Yes, yes, my son.
You have no line of sight on Vondel. You would not be able to contact him telepathically.
Shit.
You close the door behind him, and you see the blood pouring from your hand as the Grick took a swing at you that you didn't fully understand, and now profusely pouring out blood. You find yourself in a very dangerous spot.
Okay. One more question. Would I be able to hear through the door?
Yeah.
Any type of sound? Okay. I'm gonna use prestidigitation to lock the door.
Okay. You lock the door with your magic to on the opposite side.
Oh yes.
You lock
Oh
the door,
yes.
and yeah, you hear it go.
Savage.
So I can't see what's on any
Nope.
of this map. What did he just do?
You just got to snow. You didn't see. You don't know anything.
Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
To clarify, yeah, that's it.
And that's it.
All right. With that, the Grick's turn comes. Vondel, you see the loose. You hear the sounds from the other thing. The screech out of it going. And then some moments pass. You look up at Kazuto, who's still hanging. You prepare for another Eldritch Blast, and then you hear a. And before you even turn, the Grick's gonna make an attack. And you hear it, and instinctually roll completely out of the way. The Grick goes for a dive attack towards you, and slams into the stonework. Hold on, that's gonna be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's got 5 more. It's gonna go 5 feet up the wall, exactly where it is. As it recoils back up.
Okay. What? Just for my own sake, what turn is Kazuto acting on at this point?
Now. So, we're at the top of the round now. Kazuto, you're up. You see, you didn't see the Grick appear before, but you see Vondel preparing to like strike another blast, and you're like, yeah, do it. What is he waiting for? And you see his eyes turn to the opposite side of the room, and then he dodges out of the way of the Grick, slamming into the stonework. This creature with 4 tentacles around its mouth and a beak-like maw slams into the stonework like a worm, and then starts to recoil up, but very slowly. It's out of movement for the turn. Is there anything you would like to try this turn?
All right. So who's in the room with me right now?
Hi, it's me.
Just you.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
And the monster.
All right. And I'm still stuck.
Yeah. You have
Okay.
your right hand still restrained up in the air with your left hand free.
All right. I'm. How many feet away is it Alton? No, not Alton.
Vondel?
Yeah.
He's about 5 feet away from you. Well, 10 because he's diagonal. You're up above diagonal.
I'm 10 feet horizontal, 5 feet down.
Yeah.
All right. So, can I attempt to take my chain off?
Sure. Give me just a regular.
Are you proficient with thieves' tools?
Athletics, thieves'
Just give
tools.
me
You
a-
could shoot at it with disadvantage.
Just,
Wait, I mean like my chain that keeps me from
yeah,
turning into.
he means his necklace.
Oh.
Give
Oh,
me
no.
just a regular. Give me a regular wisdom saving throw. Just give me that.
All right. All right.
Okay. As you see the situation, you see yourself bloodied and beaten, prisoner now. Vondel looking not like worried, not like a worried feel, but
Also,
breathing heavy, bloodied, and wounded in certain spots. Go ahead.
oh, he's wounded? Okay.
Yeah, you
I was gonna say, I was gonna take it off and throw it towards him, but if he's unstable enough to like.
No. I would say go ahead and make a dex check if you want to throw it at Vondel.
All right.
What are you throwing to me?
My necklace.
Okay.
Do you say anything?
I throw
you
it
got
to
like
him.
6 seconds. So like, what do you say?
Okay,
to him?
yeah. I throw it to him and I tell him, keep it and put it back on if things get out of hand.
You have no idea what he means. And you look over.
I catch.
You with one left eye, you look over to him, but your right eye is still staring at the Grick, and you're breathing heavily at this point, Vandal.
But wait,
you used to
do I have full control though? Because I got the wisdom savings throw.
Yes, you will have.
Hold
full
on,
control.
hold on. To be clear, I might have missed this actually. Did the Grick successfully attack me one of the rounds?
No.
No. Then I am just dried blood from previous attacks, but I am fine.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying you
Okay.
are still breathing heavy from all of this. This has still been.
Okay.
You've been hit several times. You know, healing magic
Okay.
does a lot, but it doesn't. remove
Left
the fatigue.
hand grabs the necklace.
Yeah,
What do I see?
Hellboy style. Remember who you are. He chucks the necklace, and then you catch it, and you look at it. You see a very primitive gold chain, but with this white gold circle around it, and in it there is a face of a wolf contorted. And as you hold that, all you hear is and the bones and ligaments of Kazuto begin to bend and snap, and it looks like he's going through a very rapid seizure. As that happens, his teeth start to his jaw like just erupts from his mouth and extends 4 inches outward. It looks almost you're in battle. You're not very much afraid of, more of wary of things. This starts to unsettle you because he has not explained anything. And he starts to grow in areas twice the length that they should. His leg bends out. His elbow snaps inward and then snaps back into place. But when it does, you see fur. You see claws. Kazuto transforms into a werewolf before your very eyes and starts to growl out as the chain snaps off. Both chains are around his arms, but you see, the manacles, but the chains are dangling around. He screams out in this very bestial howl and looks towards you, almost prepared to defend yourself. Kazuto switches his focus and looks towards the Grick. You can now roll initiative, Kazuto.
Got you. Okay.
Nice. You actually go to the top of the turn order now. So, you are now in your werewolf form. So, you have claws, you have teeth, you have multi-attack. What would you like to do?
You said I have what?
You have claws, you have teeth, you have multi-attack. What would you like to do?
Okay, multi-attack is...
You can make one strike with your claws, you can make one strike with your bite.
Okay. And...
You dig big werewolf rardy-rar things.
Yeah.
And what's my HP for my werewolf?
So, your werewolf HP is 25.
Okay. All right. And if I choose to attack, do I attack with advantage or?
It is not advantage, but it is 1d20 plus your strength modifier. Your werewolf, your werewolf strength score is 18, so that's a +4. So 1d20 plus 4.
All right.
Slash
I would like
R
to.
1d20 plus
Does that-
4.
Does that hit for the bite too?
Yes,
It's 1d20 for both? Jesus Christ.
to hit.
Oh, okay.
It's a hit. That will definitely hit. So the claws themselves are 2d4 plus your strength, which is 4, so 2d4 plus 4. So
You said okay.
Slash roll 2d4 plus 4. Jesus. You immediately rush forward, and in your more athletic, more brutal form, you go up towards the Grick, pick it. You are about 8 feet tall, 7.5 or something like that, and you are within range from the Grick. You grab it, slamming it into the stonework, and start to shriek your claws down its entire worm-like flesh. It's so soft compared to your diamond sharp claws. You shriek it down, and blood starts to pour through it severely. You still have one more attack for your bite.
I would like to attempt to bite now.
Okay, so that's roll 1d20 plus 4. That will definitely hit. Go ahead and roll 1d8 plus 4. Oof. As you reek it's across its body, you see the beak of the creature, and you don't see eyes. You don't see like how it sees. You look around very like quickly. Where is its head? You don't find it. So you take your mouth, extend it as much as you can. Drool comes out of your mouth, and you encase its entire mouth with your own, and you rip its fucking beak off. You rip the beak off, and blood scatters across the ground and towards you, Vondel. And it just falls all over you. And you see this werewolf just dismember in one turn the Grick.
Wait,
Okay.
the Grit is dead?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay. Can I, like, move towards Vondrel and take my chain back?
Yeah. You do have control. You did succeed on your saving throw, so you have full control over your form.
All right.
So, Vondel.
I walk up to him, and I'm like, thank you for that.
You don't speak in. You can't speak in
Oh,
your werewolf
okay.
form.
Well.
You just rip the dangling chain back out of my hand.
Do you like extend your hand, or do you just take the chain back?
I extend my hand. And any moment he can give it to me, you know. If he's in shock, then I'll just snatch it.
Okay.
All right, and I put it back on.
Just for curiosity's sake, let's just. Yeah, okay, no, I'll hand it back. But
You see this 7-foot tall werewolf with dark brown skin just like extend its hand calmly after just dismembering this creature.
yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, no, I am gonna move over here, and I'm gonna pick up Alton, and I'm gonna shoulder the door open, and yep, no, we're leaving.
Okay, quick question. Do you gave him his chain?
Yeah.
Okay.
I dropped, sure, handed.
Okay.
Fucking take it.
Okay. So with that, your turn's over, Kazuto. You still have more movement, but for story's sake, we're gonna say you're done.
Yeah.
Vondel, you will use your full movement to get to Alton and pick him up. You do anything like specific?
I attempt to shove open the door.
You go to open the door, and you just hear it resistance. You
Funk.
you just you try to press down on the click handle, and it doesn't go, and it doesn't feel barricaded. It feels locked.
Do I hear him from across, or do I see the?
You just hear something try to push the door open. It's probably the Grick.
Should I go ahead and roll another
He
save?
said it's probably the grid.
Yeah, I think you too.
I'm waiting to see what happens with Rondo.
My turn's done. Like door shut. Like.
All right.
Okay.
Moment of truth.
Oh God.
Alton, go ahead and roll me your third death saving. Yeah. Oh, my butt. Jesus. Ah. Last thing I need is Brent having to re-roll a fucking Genasi Warlock Inferno the patron. I'm like, all right.
Oh man, Dandy Savage.
That's gonna happen now. I just.
He just starts
So,
running.
for those that are watching that don't know, we have plans for the future
Yeah.
when all our characters wipe.
I want you to be running down the hill just doing the dun 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 dun. It's just ultimate warrior it up. But you do succeed, thank God. And with that, Apollyon, it is your turn. You hear from the other side of the door something trying to get through and open it.
I'm still not conscious though. I'm still bleeding and.
Yeah. No. Yeah. You're.
Okay.
Yeah. You just have succeeded in death saving throw.
Okay.
So.
You still have to succeed more, though. Right?
Yes.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, so Apollyon, you're up. What do you do?
Well, since I don't know what the noise is, I'm going to, in fear, I'm going to hold my position, stare at the knob, and ready my hand for Eldritch Blast.
Awesome. With that, we get to the top of the round. And Kazuto, you have the chain in your hand, and you're still a werewolf. What would you like to do?
I would like to put the chain back on.
Okay. It will take an action to revert back to human form.
All right.
Okay, so...
And can I use my bonus action for second wind?
Yes. After you put the necklace on and transform back into your human form very a little bit faster than the transformation into your bestial form, you take a moment, you're on the ground, and then you just breathe in heavily, second wind. Go ahead and roll your 1d10 plus your fighter level.
So I know I'm not there, but I want to chime in. Is he now completely butt naked?
No.
Or is he like just
No,
torn
no.
clothes?
And my fighter level would be
His,
okay 3,
his
right?
clothes are a bit torn, but his equipment and everything go into it.
Okay, alright.
So you heal for 10 hit points, Kazuto.
All right. And I'm just chilling
Okay.
right now.
He's got like the torn Hulk shirt and Hulk pant things going on right now.
Yeah. Very, very mangled, but still whole. You do have movement though, still, Kazuto, if you want to try moving anywhere.
I'll go a little. Wait. All right. Where's the door?
I'll move you to where they are.
Okay.
There you are.
Thank. Wait. Hold up now. Okay. Let me just get like right there.
Is that priest still alive, or is he?
Every
Or
time
did he burn out in the fire?
he is permanently a backdrop running around in flame.
Okay.
Like you don't even notice that he's there.
So he's just been making circles around
Yeah,
this
he's
room,
just
just covered in
yeah.
flame.
Yeah, he's just running around in circles in a perpetual flame.
Hey, does that mean that room has more light now?
Yes. It's dim light.
Seems
It's only
to me
5
like
feet.
the Grick. Seems to me like the Grick should have gotten a lot more disadvantage off that extra light.
There you go. There you go. And he's over here now. So, Lubo is just running around on fire. With that, that's Kazuda's turn. So Vondo, you're up. You have Alton $2 in hand. You feel him fading. He is on death's door, and you need to get the fuck out of this. On the other side of this door.
Yes, so because comedy of errors in the moment, I will drop my shield.
Okay.
I will put my hand to the lock,
Okay.
and I will attempt to shove a forged rusty blade of an Eldritch Blast right through it.
All right. Make me an attack roll.
Do I get advantage? No, he doesn't.
Don't even need it. You fire open a hole, and you just see wood splinter out as it goes and slams through the door, the keyhole. The door immediately just starts to slide a little bit open. As it does, Apollyon's on the other side with a hand just pointed at you.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do, Apollyon? Door just mystically burst open. Come on.
Well, do I see Vondo?
I mean, you see Vondo as it happens, but you have a Eldritch Blast prepared.
Yeah, like your trigger finger. It's
And what are you
itching.
gonna do? Feeling froggy?
I'm just
Well,
doing this to
as-
see you crit
as-
me.
As I see the door like open and I hear the blast, I'm going to just jump back and wait until I see what's on the other side of the door.
All right, you see Vondo
Oh,
moving
okay.
forward.
I pick up my shield in disappointment.
He's,
Does anyone have a healing potion?
nope.
So another save.
And with that, Alton $2, please make me another death saving throw. Ooh.
I'm not ready to go with you yet, God. I'm not ready.
It is okay, my son.
For some reason, what comes to mind is Sterling Archer with the vacuum, when he's in his room alone, and he's just like ah. But anyway, with that, Vondo, you go through the door. You see Apollyon. You give him a quick glance. You have Alton in your hands, fading fast, and as that happens, the door on the other side of the castle, where you saw a bunch of the goblins, kicks open, and the goblins just are like ready to fuck shit up. What do you guys do?
Yeah, so 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. Alton, hey! Join me, buddy. Join me in safety. Please don't die. Oh, wait, no. Carrying, so...
Yeah, it's half your movement.
5, 10. Yeah, it's on right there.
But with that, Apollyon, you see the door open. Kazuto, you see the door open as you linger behind. You see the goblins prepared to just start rushing through. Now's your moment to escape. You all start to make your way out.
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
Everybody make an athletics check now.
Oh, Jesus.
Do I have disadvantage on this?
No, you don't. I will
I'm
take
sorry,
the
it was a
disadvantage.
joke. It
I
was
mean,
a
to be
joke.
fair, you're the most athletic because we could just chuck you.
I mean, he has a movement speed of 0, so.
Or whatever a throw.
It's an acrobatics check with disadvantage because I'm unconscious. It's all muscle memory.
Kazuto is the only one who makes it out without stumbling. Apollyon, Vondo, you drop Alton. You drop Alton.
I just assumed.
Why would you do that?
Because you said he dropped me.
Yeah,
my
but that
bad leg.
And then he rose in 5. Oh my god.
Well, I was gonna ask for one anyway. So, I guess.
Right on my head, just.
My bad leg gives out.
I can't even be sad. I just,
Poor man.
all I see is Bondel drop the egg baby, and the egg drops, and it goes across the ground, and now you failed your science project because you and your buddy Apollyon couldn't keep the egg safe.
Can you open me up?
Jones, wait. No, I need a serious goddamn answer. Here.
Gundren owes
Was
us.
that your
Get
third
that body
fault?
back.
That was his third failure.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
with that, Vondel, you look down at Alton as you're running. Apollyon.
I don't know yet.
Oh, I know.
I look at Alton.
Apollyon.
I fell. I get up. I move.
No, but
Oh.
you, Kazuto, and Apollyon start running out of this heavy curtain. You run almost in the middle of it, but because it's so heavy, it doesn't like push, and you can keep running. Like it kind of stops, and then Apollyon steps on the bottom of the curtain, so you really can't move forward. And then Kazuto pushes through both of you, like out my way, and he starts running through. You stumble, and by the time the curtain falls, you fall over, and you basically lob Alton up like 3 feet away from you, drop to your knees, and see him collapse on the ground. You scurry over to pick him back up, but as you start picking him up, you look for a moment and notice he's not breathing. And it's not the fall that killed him. You don't think that's the fall that killed him. But you don't hesitate either after that. You pick him, you scoop him back up, and you start running again. Apollyon, you start running after him. Kazuto, you're in the lead. And you all start running as goblins start to scurry behind you. And you start to push your way through the hidden entrance that you guys made your way through before. Like when you entered, you see darkness, you see the night sky, you see bushes. Goblins start to chase out after you, and as that happens, you see arrows start to fly out. Hazin and Snow start to shoot out short bow arrows towards the goblins as you guys run up the hill with Alton 2 bucks in hand and make your way to your allies. Gottheim starts to intercept the goblins and starts to thrash about and start tearing them to pieces, but remains engaged. Snow has you guys keep moving. He says he'll hold them off in the meantime. So for that, you guys keep running. 5, 10, 15 minutes into the darkness. Eventually finding your way 30 minutes later back at your campsite, hidden in the alcove you guys discovered but 4 or so days ago. You start to relax for a moment that you can breathe, but you find yourselves extremely out of breath. You, Vondel, bring Alton to the ground and check for a pulse. There is none. Hazin, you're there. Apollyon, Kazuto. There's no sign that Snow or Gottheim are behind you. But for now, you are all back at your campsite. What would you like to do?
You're 100% sure. Like, I'm gonna run over, double tap the chest, make sure that Alton is 100% gone.
Give me a medicine check. You open his eyes. You start bringing out some healing herbs, bringing out his own vials, trying to do what you've seen him do before. You pour it into his mouth, and the liquid goes down, but there is no resuscitation. Alton does not gain any hit points. He does not breathe life back in. He doesn't hiccup. He doesn't choke. He remains lifeless. MVP all the way down.
Don't make this a goddamn Resident Evil joke.
MVP all the way down.
God.
But Alton 2 Bucks lays cold on the ground of this now mist-riddled cave on the damp floor. He lays dead.
I'm not 100% sure if I understood what it was, but if his eyes are not already closed, obviously, eye close type deal.
Yeah.
Cover him with whatever cloth I currently have that I can. So I'm gonna turn to Gundren. Be like, this is on. This you're paying for this. I know there are ways of fixing this, and you are going to fix this.
Gundren, unaware of like the situation, looks over at the halfling who resuscitated him, and looks down at Alton's cold figure, brushes his forehead over the hair, and says, I am sorry for your loss, but there's nothing that I can do about this.
No matter how long it takes, you have resources, you know people. We know you know people. Someone can fix this. You can get us in touch with them. That is what I'm asking of you.
Vondel walks behind Hazen and puts a firm but sort of stiff hand on your shoulder, and just shakes. I'm gonna go outside after that, though.
Okay. After Vondel makes his way out, not casually, at his own pace, Gundren looks at you, Hazen, and goes, I will do everything I can to see that this debt is repaid.
I put my hand on his shoulder. That's all I ask.
We have all lost much. It will not be in vain. Thank you.
I look little haphazardly. I look around. Where did we lose our goblin friend as well?
Zitro, Polyon?
Wait, he cut out. I didn't know he said anything. What?
Yes,
Did we lose our goblin friend as well?
Unfortunately, Franz ordered the what's it called, the Grick? Ordered the Grick to attack Phandalin and I.
The monstrosity. You don't really know it was a brick, but yeah.
What are you talking about? He was essentially a child with a stick that wanted to be a wizard. How is he commanding creatures?
Oh wait, Adam, can I make like some sort of check to see if I know if it's called a Grick?
Yeah, make an Arcana check. Now that you've actually seen the creature. Yeah.
Okay.
So you know what a Grick is. It is a monstrous creature that hails from another plane, specifically, crap. I can see the name, but I don't remember. Let me see. It hails from the Far Realm, and that is a realm that of alien-like creatures that just have no they have no purpose in our world. It's not like a mirrored creature from something we have here, like if it was from the Feywild or the Shadowfell. But it being that sort of creature, it is very fortunate that your losses were not greater. But that is not the words you want to tell Hazin right now, probably.
Okay.
But it is a very dangerous creature that usually hunts in packs. It was probably fortunate that there was only one.
Okay. But yeah, I continue to say, unfortunately, Franz ordered the Grick to attack us. Vondel and I. And Vondel was forced to put down Franz.
I look at him. Grick? What? He had command over nothing.
The Grick.
What is this? What is this? He commanded this thing.
I suppose it was a pet that the goblins kept in their castle. Franz commanded it to attack us, and it is
Why?
a creature not of this world.
Why?
I wish I knew, but the creature was far too powerful, even for Vondel and I alone. Unfortunately, I had to leave, and for that, Vondel, I apologize.
Vondel's not there.
Oh, okay.
You hear outside the cave, Hazen, you might, since you speak English or Elvish, you better speak English. Oh my God!
His whole campaign has actually been in French.
Donde está la
Oh my
biblioteca?
God! I gotta say, no. Because you speak Elvish, you know that Vondel is screaming out in Sylvan. You don't know the words, but you do hear Timora multiple times.
By the way, I did link a picture of the creature in the tavern chat of what a Grick looks like.
It's actually kind of funny because the entire time, since I couldn't really do anything, I was looking up what it looked like too.
Okay, no problem.
So I'm not really believing this. This all seems weird.
Make an insight check.
Before I do that, I'm gonna turn to Kazuto. I was like, do you have any words you want to speak up on this? I haven't seen you in quite some time.
No, that's because I was unconscious.
Why? I got hit in the face by Gruul, and I am still here. I was still there the entire time.
It was Franz.
Why were you unconscious?
Franz. He screamed out for help.
But why?
When you guys were fighting, he just screamed out for help. He betrayed you guys.
Insight, that is?
Insight versus deception?
He has to make a deception first.
And then can I run an insight check after that?
Well, he has to roll deception first. Okay, so now you guys can make an insight check.
Damn.
Hazin, go for it.
Tom, calm down. His words seem fair, Apollyon, especially with everything you've seen. Like, Franz definitely told the Grick to take you guys out. Like, you were there. Hazin, you see the signs that he's specifically omitting something. He's specifically omitting things by the way he's breaking eye contact and by the way he's hesitating on certain parts.
For someone who seems to have been unconscious, who seemed to have been blindsided by our random wannabe wizard goblin, you seem in quite high spirit compared to everyone else here, especially Alton. What are you leaving out?
I'm not leaving out anything. The reason why I'm high spirit is because I made it out alive. I could have been dead.
You were a soldier, right?
Yeah.
I don't pity your profession. And I go over, and I start just cleaning up Alton. Know this. You make the slightest movement in the wrong direction, and you will not ever make this mistake again.
Likewise.
In the midst of all this, I'm going to walk past Halzine, put my hand on his shoulder, and
Do I trust Apollyon?
Huh?
Do I trust?
Making it.
Yeah.
Make an insight check.
That's you, Azine.
Make an insight check.
No, you know what?
Either judge or roll.
I'm just gonna look him in the eyes. Tell me the truth. Not his truth. Tell me the truth.
When you guys were in fighting the Gruul, I was in the middle of the hallway, and I don't know where Kazuto went, but before I knew it, I was surrounded by goblins and hobgoblins. Kazuto fell by the goblins' arrows, and I didn't know what to do. I closed the door on him. And I walked away. Oh, I walked down the hall to hide. But I don't know where Kazuto went in that little frame of, in that duration of time when I was fighting the hobgoblins alongside Vondel.
I hesitantly, I think he's telling me what he knows and what he saw. So I accept it.
After I talk to Hazine, I'm going to continue walking to where we're in a cave.
Yeah.
Is it like big enough where I can like have a little space to myself?
No. It's a 20 by 20 foot area that is very cramped, and you guys kind of, the only reason why it works for your party size is because someone has to be on watch while everyone else is sleeping. If you all tried to sleep in it, it would be very uncomfortable.
Okay, so I'm just gonna walk to like a unoccupied area of the cave, and I'm going to get on my knees, and I'm going to try to ask the voices what they want and why they help me.
Make an Arcana check. The voices are always present. The difference is you're allowing yourself to speak to the void of it, trying to project your mind in a way where you can ask, I guess, the symphony of voices what it wants. As you're pushing your mind forward, the voices continuously get louder, but you cannot discern what they're saying. However, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. Actually, yeah, it's wisdom. Let me double check. 1 second. Double checking. Yes, it is wisdom. Okay, you do succeed actually. The alien-like voices start to coalesce in a way where it's undiscernible, You hear several different languages at several different volumes, different pitches, high, low, just constantly like reacting to your presence here. Instead of you filtering them out, you're actually engaging, and they kind of swarm you with these things and you can't understand any of these languages. So for now, it's hard to discern, but you get no answer. And you don't go crazy, which is very good.
Which is always a good thing.
Which is very nice. But I was really looking to these things called vivid hallucinations. So, but with that, you guys all spend the night in the cave, every now and then having little to, if not any, sleep, as Alton, 2 Bucks has fallen, and we pan over to Vondel. Amidst your screams in Sylvan and your anger and frustration with everything that has happened so far, you eventually hear footsteps coming from the darkness. You prepare yourself, drawing up your rapier, and see snow coming out of the darkness.
At least you made it as well. How are you doing, Snow? I'm speaking to him in Elven.
He looks at you with a very, not sour, but very patient anger. And he walks over to the rock near you, sits down, and you notice Gottheim is not here. He does not respond to your question, and he sits. And every now and then you notice he begins to tremble. And with that, we're going to end today's session. Whew.
All right.
I'm over here with goosebumps.
God
So,
damn it. I should not have been the one carrying him. This is in fact Vondel's head space. I should not have been the one carrying him. Of course, my curse would kill him.
yeah.
Oh, that's what that fail was. You
I mean-
touched me.
I mean, that's what Vondel would think too.
Yeah.
But, good session, guys. That got... A lot happened. A lot happened.
Oh.
And, anyway, thank you guys for
I
watching.
cannot believe I was alive.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can't believe it
no,
either, you
you're-
fuck. By the way, Cal, who's your favorite?
Kazuto, the last potion that Alton gave you after this long rest, it doesn't work anymore.
All right.
Oh, he used it. He used it.
Oh, he did use it. Okay.
Yeah,
He used it before the second.
Ah, okay.
Which unfortunately
He used it before he
meant
bolted out of the door like a coward.
No. The real here's the
Oh,
problem.
damn.
Here's the problem. We ran out of potions to give Alton.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alton,
That was
you gave out by out of everything over 7 healing potions, by the way.
Alton
I
was
know.
a goddamn MVP of this entire shit show of a castle. Let's be clear.
Alton is the only hero of Phandalin.
Wow.
Yeah.
I am. If that is like we're taking votes on that title, 100%. 100%.
Like, I'm gonna
But-
like I can't
and,
wait to
I'll
rewatch
blow dart
these.
you back to life.
I'm gonna. I know after that it's probably the shittiest time to bring it up, but do we get any experience?
Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
it. Let's do it.
Does
Let's do
Does
it.
anyone bother to loot Alton's body?
Not
No,
yet. You,
no,
you
no
will
one's-
be,
no
you
one's
will be
touching it.
packed up and shipped. I will steal your books probably, but you'll
I don't
be
have any
packed up and-
books.
Oh, you gave them
Oh,
all?
are we?
Already gave it up to the
Are
guy.
we? Are we 100% accepting the fact that he's done?
Alton?
Yeah.
Alton is dead.
There's no goddamn way we can bring Alton back at this point.
You don't.
Yeah,
have...
that's a lot of
Hey.
gold.
That is a high...
Gundren fucking owes us.
Okay, yes, but there's Gundren, the explorer kind of vague Tomb Raider guy.
He has like ties with shit.
He's paying us 10 gold, man.
Yeah.
Okay, little background.
Well, he's paying you 10 gold to carry a cart, not to rescue
So-
him from Castle Fuck You.
Okay,
I just-
but the gem alone.
Adventures into Castle
Take
Fuck
a
You.
grand cleric, a high-level cleric who has resurrection, needs 5,000. He needs a gem worth 5,000 gold to bring Alton back.
And what do you got, like
It's not
5
happening.
days to hit that?
You got
Actually, it's
limited
It's a
time.
year, isn't it?
actually it's 500 gold.
It's 500. No.
Raise dead.
I thought it was 1,000.
Oh, no. No. Let's be clear. Raised Dead is
No.
not
Ra-
what
no,
you're.
no. Raise dead brings them back to life. Except, you return a dead creature you touch to life, provided that it has been dead no longer than 10 days. If the creature's soul is both willing and at liberty to rejoin the body, the creature returns to life with 1 hit point. It costs a diamond worth at least 500 gold pieces.
So you got 5 days to hit that.
That's
500's not that much. Like I know it's a terrible sum, but he fucking owes us.
okay. You think there's gonna be a cleric nearby that can hit a 5th level spell? When does a cleric get 5th level? 5th level
Pretty late.
is a
Like level-
9th level caster.
Yeah. 9 or 10, yeah.
I will say, everything is possible. If that is an avenue you all wish to explore, we can do that. There is still the tidbit that Gottheim was headed to Phandalin, to the temple that was being constructed. The construction of the temple was not finished, but there was a priest, not a cleric.
Yeah.
There was a priest. So if there's some kind of, like, if we do want to
Oh.
talk out,
Does Alton still have my glove?
Dawson
Yes.
still has big glove.
yes, he does.
We got an in with this fucking church.
Anyway, we'll
You
leave
can
that.
try.
I mean,
we'll
listen,
leave
I'm
that-
not gonna force you if you just want to roll another character, but
No, I'm totally down to see how
like
this
I'm gonna
plays
tell you
out.
right now, like I'm 100% in the mindset of like if I can save you, we're doing it.
Yeah. So
Hey, I'll just contact the voices. That's it.
there are opportunities that I am not I am willing to do if this is what we're looking for. So but do let me know. But with that, we're gonna end the stream. So thanks for watching, guys. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, follow
Hashtag
us.
fuck Kazuto.
Yeah, please follow us.
I'm gonna get that shit. I'm gonna get that
Oh my
shit trending.
Oh come on! You got unhealthily attached to a goblin with a quirky voice. There's
Yes,
gonna be
yes.
There's gonna
There
be
was
more.
There was a reason for it, and I was gonna give you backstory as to why there was a reason for it, and now he's
Oh
gone.
no!
It's okay.
Well, shit, man. I'm
But with
sorry.
that, we're gonna end tonight's
Also, it's
session.
more of the fact that he lied dead to my face.
Have a good
without
night,
even, like, a
guys.
hint of-
Be safe. Take care, and we'll see you in the next episode of Heroes of Phandalin. Take care.
See ya.
And with that.